Hey there, good looking. Stick around for a fun total body strength workout. You do need some tools though. You need one heavy dumbbell, and if you also own a Pilates ball or the small green squishy ball, and resistance tubing with the handles, we are going to be incorporating those as well. But if you're like, whoa, stop the press, PJ, I don't own those, don't worry, I got you covered. I'll show you movement, how to do the exercises without using these tools. But if you do have them, we are gonna add them in. Now, hey, before we go any further, it would be super awesome to keep working with you. Hey, why don't you subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell, and let's work out on a regular basis so we can get you fearless and over 40. Deal? Excellent. Grab your tools and let's go get ourselves warmed up. Hello there. Hey, welcome to my living room. Hey, I'm PJ from fitnesswithpj.com, and I help women over the age of 40 reclaim the tush of their 20s. I've been a personal trainer for 25 years now. I'm 50 years old myself, and that is why I started this channel. So it's pretty awesome to have you here. And if you've been here before, welcome back. So let's put our gear off to the side. I'm gonna warm you up. As we warm up, I'll let you know what's coming up, because there's a lot coming up. I've got my workout here just off to my right, and yeah, it's a big one. So let's just stop the chit chat and move it. Feet apart, abs engaged, big arm circles for me. Get those shoulders warmed up. So as I said in intro, we have a Pilates ball, resistance ball, one dumbbell workout. So it's kind of a mishmash of various different tools. You do need the dumbbell, okay? There's just no ifs, ands, or buts. You need a dumbbell. So if you don't even own a dumbbell, go fill up a milk jug full of water and let's get it done with that. But you need some sort of resistance for the movements. Last 3, 2, 1, perfect. Now let's take the feet out, toes are turned out, hands are light behind the ears, pull the shoulder blades together, open that chest up and drop down for a squat. Chest stays lifted, head up, knees tracking with the toes. So when we use the resistance band and the Pilates ball, I will show you different options if you don't own those. If you would like to own those, I'll put the link down below of a page on my website where I've got all my favorite gear that I use, and you can do quick access and pick that up on Amazon. Last 4, 3, 2, one more. 1. All right, big hip circles, right leg, here we go. Nice and big, rotate in and out. So we got internal rotation, external rotation. Perfect. Now, if your hip thunks, my buddy Vanessa on my Patreon group, her hip clunks with this. We don't want it clunking, so I want you to go with a range of motion where you don't hear that thunk, okay? 1 more. Other leg, good. I'm all green today. I don't know why. I kind of wanted to match the ball. So I matched the Pilates ball. It's all about color coordinating, isn't it, ladies? Last 2, 1 more. Excellent. I want you to take yourself on one side of the mat. It's just one side, only side lunge. So step out, push the tush back. See if you can hand reach across and tap the toe, and do it again, same side. So it's a really good stride. We want to warm up into the adductors, hips, hamstrings further. Keep yourself squared to me though. Perfect. So we tend to really work in this linear pathway in life. So when you're working out, we want to see if we can get the body in other planes of motion. By the way, if you're looking for a YouTube channel, fitness, where the instructor always says the right thing at the appropriate time and looks great while she's doing it, you're on the wrong channel. Last 2, 1 more, because that ain't me. Here you go, other side. It's just a constant stream of verbal diarrhea on my workouts. I really envy those fitness instructors that do say the right thing all the time. They must do a lot of editing on their channel because nobody's that on cue all the time. There's no editing with Fitness with PJ. This is raw. This is the way it is. One more for me, please. Excellent. Okay, taking ourselves into a high plank with shoulder tap. If you don't walk out on the wrists due to shoulders or wrist problems, I want you to go down into a forearm plank and hold it there from the knees or toes. Deal? Well, get your ass down there if you're not going to walk out with us. Come on. Otherwise, join me. Bend the knees, walk out. Now, wrists are under the shoulders, high plank. Tap the opposite shoulder with the hand and other shoulder, and walk back. Now, the goal when we tap is we don't shift those hips too much. Use the core, engage it, fire it up. Beautiful. So we have a lot of exercises, and the last series of moves is a really intense ab routine, which if you don't have time for, you can bug out for. But if you do have time, then you can use it. So I've given you the option with this workout. 2 more. You know, sometimes we don't have as much time as we do other days, so this workout will accommodate that for you. Excellent, and shake it out. Okay, I want you to grab a sip of water, and if you have the Pilates ball, we need that, and we need that heavy dumbbell. Okay, our first 2 movements, we're supersetting upper and lower body. We're starting with lower body with a squat pattern. If you have the ball, I want you to place it in between the knees. If you don't worry about it. Grab your dumbbell. So if you have the Pilates ball, what it's going to do is it's going to force you to have a better alignment. Sometimes we can have bad and poor knee tracking when we squat. The ball will not allow us to do that, all right? Hold the dumbbell up here. Now with our narrower stance, because we're squeezing this ball, we might not be able to go as deep into the squat as normal, so don't worry about it. Just keep your form and keep it tight. When the 40 seconds is up, we're still not done with our squat. We will pulse it for 20 seconds. With or without the dumbbell, your choice. Then we'll flow down onto the mat for a push-up drill with the tubing. If you don't like push-ups, I got an option for you. If you don't have tubing, don't worry, I got an option for you. All right, grab the ball in between the knees, dumbbell held close to the body, and give me that squat, chest up, head up. Perfect. So when we squat, it's a hip hinge. All right, we want that natural curve in the lower lumbar. Chest is lifted, looking straight ahead. I find when we look down, our posture tends to follow. So I want you to look slightly ahead. When I'm working with people, I'll tell them to look at the area where the ceiling and the wall connect straight ahead. And that gets their gaze up and keeps it up, and all of a sudden their upper back's got good posture. Now, as I said, when the timer goes, don't go anywhere. We need to get down into the squat and we will pulse it. Squeeze that ball. All right, now hold it down with or without the dumbbell and pulse it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right. Now the push-up drill. If you don't do push-ups, what you're going to do is use the dumbbell, one heavy, okay? And you're gonna press up and down, all right? Or you're gonna join me. Tubing, let's wrap it around the back, just under the armpits. Now, performing the push-up on the knees, and then we'll come into high plank, go back down on the knees, and do another push-up. So let's give it a try. Here we go. Hands just a bit wider than shoulders. Anchor that tubing. Neck in line with the spine. Pull that belly button in. Lower down. Press up. Come up into high plank, and do it again. So, the more tubing that you're holding on to, the harder the push-up, okay? So you can adjust accordingly. I did a crap load of push-ups yesterday, so I'm being gentle with myself. I can feel resistance on the right there, the last, I think, 30% of the move, and I'm good with that. Time. All right, so those are our two moves, okay? So let's get back up into that squat. With or without the ball, heavy dumbbell, chest lifted, gaze is up, ready, set. Yes, good. Drop down. So we have 4 rounds of these. Yes, I said 4. Why so many, PJ? Are you bored? Did you not have time to program the correct type of workout? Why so many sets, you wonder? Well, it's not because I'm bored and too lazy to program a big workout. It's because we need multiple sets to really hit the muscles. I have some no repeat workouts on the channel. I throw them out there every so often because I know that's what you love. And then I give you what you need. So once again, we pulse it, okay, when that timer goes, right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't lose neutral spine. No, good job. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. All right, back to our push-ups. Here we go. Tubing's underneath the arms, just under the armpits. Okay, so I've got about that much tube. Hopefully you can see it. I'm swinging it. And then I anchor my hands on top of the tubing and knee push up. Ready? Down. Woo. And then into high plank. Good. Now take a gaze slightly ahead of your body so you're not dropping that chin into the chest. Again, you can do that single dumbbell chest press that I showed you. You can sub that in every second one if that's what you would prefer, or for all 4 rounds. Time. Whew. All right, here we go. Let's get ourselves set up. Round number 3. So the ball is just slightly above the knees, okay? So not right in between the knees. Hold that dumbbell close to the chest, squeeze that ball, drop her down, drive up, squeeze the booty. Great job. Head is up. You got it. So I'm gonna be totally honest with you. This is my second time recording this workout. Yep, first time. If you have young ears in the room, cover the young ears now. First time, the camera fucked up on me. Pardon my F word. I didn't know that until I went upstairs to start editing. Oh, lovely. So I tweaked it a bit, actually, so it's even better. So this is the same workout, but 2.0 time. All right, take her down. We've got a pulse. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can you get lower? Come on. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive up. Woo! All right, back to your push-ups. Yeah, I've had too many issues with cameras and mics. If you've been with me for a while, you know I have. But we keep persevering at Fitness with PJ. All right, get yourself set up. Ready? Actually, I'm kind of glad it's screwed up because this is a better workout. Into high plank. Now here's a tip, and I learned this in yoga. If you've got sensitive wrists, really grip them out with the tips with your fingertips, and that's going to take some of the pressure off of your wrists. Those yoga people, they know all the tricks. Whew. Time. All right, group. 1 more round, I think. I'm pretty certain. You know, we could do an extra round. I won't charge you for it. Ready? Go. Squeeze that ball, feel that inner thigh fired up. Good job. And with a narrower stance, we're hitting the quads a bit more. Now, hey, if the knees are bothering you, don't go down as low, right? Limit your range of motion. Shoulder blades pinched. Yeah, there you go. Now you're looking pretty. Get ready for those pulses right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Love it. Love a quadricep burn. Love it. All right, push-ups. Last round. Then we're moving on. Here we go. Ready? Bum in. Let's do that push-up, gang. Look ahead. Grip the mat with those fingertips. Press up. Come up into high plank. Slight pause. And lower the knees down. Push up again. See if you can get the boobs to hit the ground every rep, okay? And if you're a guy, see if you can get your chin hitting the ground. This is where it helps to be bigger chested. You don't have to go down as low. Yes, I just said that. Woo! Done. All right, grab a sip of water. We're moving on. We're now going to work into the glutes and hamstrings and inner thighs again, in addition to your back muscles. So we're going to superset sort of upper body again, but now work the opposing muscles of everything we just trained. So let's grab a quick sip of water. Then I'm going to demo the 2 moves, and away we go. If you have the small squishy ball, you're gonna put that in between the knees, squeeze the ball, big dumbbell resting on the hips, bridges, okay? And then we've got a pulse thing at the end again. Secondary move, you can keep the ball there if you'd like. It's really not gonna affect too much. If you don't have the ball, again, don't worry about it. Secondary move, you're gonna take your tube. Take a look. I'm wrapping it around the front of my laces, front of my shoes, top of my shoes, and then anchoring for a row. Super cool, huh? Now, if you're like, PJ, I don't have tubing, no worries. You're gonna stand for me, okay? You've got that hip hinge, and you have alternating row pattern. Oh, neutral spine. More advanced people, if you're doing this because you don't have the tubing, you can also take it down on the ground for a renegade row, okay? So if you're intermediate advanced, I recommend you do that one. Okay, we really want to hit those abs. So, shall we? Sure, why the hell not, right? Here we go. So we start with the bridges. Small ball if you have it in between the knees. Dumbbell resting on the hips. You want them right close to the thighs. Pull the toes up, press the heels into the ground, and hold on to that dumbbell and drive the hips up. Lower the bum down just until it kisses your ground. And then squeeze the booty and come back up again. Now, when the timer goes, we will lift ourselves up into this bridge here and pulse the knees coming together in and out for 20 reps. So we really want the pressure to be coming into the heels, not the toes on here. So if you need to drop your toes because you're feeling it in the front shins, no worries, go for it. Just, again, you want to lift the hips, you want to feel it in the heels. Now let's pulse the ball in and out. 1, 2. If you have no ball, you just bring your knees in and out a little bit. Woo-hoo, hello booty. I don't know what number are we on. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Excellent, come on up. So your choice on what row pattern you're going to do, okay? You can do the hip hinge, alternating rows, renegade row in a full plank, or join me if you have tubing. Now, my tubing is kind of loose, so I've got my legs really separated so that I can really train my back muscles. Now from here, you're gonna take your tubing, you have it in your hand like so. Good. Now wrap it around the front and then the inside of your foot, and grab on the handles. So you've just created a seated row machine out of your body. How cool is that? Arms straight. Good, posture engaged, knees slightly bent, squeeze the shoulder blades as the elbows come beside you. Beautiful. Now, if you're seated doing this row, in fact, no matter what row pattern you decide to choose, I want you to remember that spine, okay? Vertebrae are stacked, rib cage over hips, earlobes over shoulders. So we have 4 rounds of these, team. Take a look. You want the toes pointed straight up. Good job. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Time. All right, and get rid of that. If you've got the ball, place it in between the knees. Lie down, heels close to your bum. Dumbbells resting on the hips. Pushing through the heels, drive the hips up and slowly lower. When the timer goes, we hold the hips up and we'll pulse the knees in and out for 20 reps. So yeah, I didn't have this move on the first one that I recorded. I like this move. And I also made the ab workout harder than we're gonna do at the end. So I may or may not like me by the end of this workout. You'll definitely like me. Time. Now keep the hips up. Squeeze the knees in and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hips up. Come on. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Great job. All right, back to the rows. Yeah, you're gonna love me. The results of this workout, you're gonna be like, yeah, PJ, you the bomb, girl. All right, grab on. Tubing goes on top of the feet first, and then wrap it around the bottoms of the feet, and then they come to the inside of the foot. Readjust the spine nice and tall. Lean back a bit if you'd like, but again, you're stacking that vertebrae, not losing that neutral spine, and squeeze the shoulder blades. So here's a posture exercise. We've got mid-back, rear delt, and biceps working. And then, no matter which one you chose, whether it's the tube or the dumbbell, you do have a lot of core fired up too. So I almost had my puppy George in the workout with me. He was in the room when I was setting up, but he was being an idiot. So there's no way I could have him in here. He's a 100-pound puppy, so time. All right, here we go, round 3. I got a funny story to tell you about him. Here we go. Squeeze the ball. Ready? Hip bridge. Get yourself set up. Heels close to the bum. Back of the neck is long, and go. So loving husband and I, we estimated him about 120 pounds. And I took him to the vet the other day, actually, so that they could weigh him, just to make sure I'm giving him the correct amount of food as well. And he's not even 100 pounds yet. I was so disappointed. I want a big dog. So I came home and fed him. Eat, George. Get bigger. He is the runt of the litter. He's a king shepherd. He was the runt, so. But he's not much of an eater. I wish I could say the same about me. I love food. Time. All right, Rose. How about you? You love food? Yeah, food's good. All right, here we go. Wrap it around. Food's even better when you don't have to cook it, huh? And sit up nice and tall and row. Every Saturday is our order in night where I don't cook. Food tastes the best. I don't like eating at restaurants so much. I just like to chill at home. And now if you're watching this in real time with COVID, it's hard to get into a restaurant. Our restaurants are open now. You have to make a reservation. They're at 50% capacity. It's gotta be tough for the restaurants. But we do support with takeout or delivery. All right, one more to go. Here we go. Get in that booty. All right, dumbbell resting on those hips, heels close to the bum. Again, be aware, I mentioned this last set, back of the neck is long, and lift up. Squeeze the ball though, all right? So it's not passive, the inner thighs are not passive during this. You've got some squeeze happening. You might be wondering, PJ, why do you do all the cooking? You're a progressive woman. Why doesn't your husband cook? Why don't you make him cook? He would totally cook. He's offered it plenty of times. But if he cooked, we would never eat a vegetable. So it's just healthier if I take over. All right, lift the bum up. Now inner squeeze pulses for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on, lift those hips. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Woo, booty burn. All right, last set of rows. Yeah, loving husband, we just eat burgers all the time, which is fine. I love burgers. Burgers, spaghetti, and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That would be our diet. And M&Ms for dessert. Here we go. Ready? And go. Squeeze those shoulder blades. So yeah, when people tell me, I can't cook for 3 people in my house or 2 people in my house, can't cook healthy and another meal for someone else, it's too hard. I just roll my eyes. I've been doing it for 25 years. Come on. A little planning, you can do it. Time. Excellent job. Okay, we've got a banded hip extension now. So we're on all fours using the band. If you don't have the band, no worries, okay? You can easily do this without the band. 2 rounds of 40 seconds each leg. We've got a little bit of the pulsing action again. Slightly different bow. All right, here's what we're gonna do if you have the tubing. All right, want you to place it, let's do the left foot, so we're all on the same foot. Place it right on top, wiggle that sucker down there too, and then get into all fours, hold on to the tube with both hands or one hand, whatever feels best for you. Let me show you what the movement looks like. Abs engaged, shoulders back and down. We're gonna take the leg and we're gonna bring it up, okay? Up, hip extension. And then when the timer goes, we're gonna take it for 20 times, up and over other heel. All right, let's get set up. So, knees under hips, abs engaged, neck in line with the spine. Ready, set, extend that left leg for me, toe on the ground. Now press the heel up to your ceiling, slowly release down. If you want to come down on the forearms, you definitely can on this one. Whatever feels best for you. There we go. If you feel your low back, I want you to pull that belly button in towards your spine. Woo! Forget the low back, I'm just feeling that left butt cheek. So 40 seconds here, and then 20 up and overs. Keep that leg straight, we're moving through the hip, hence the word hip extension. All right, here we go, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, woo, last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holy moly. Yeah. All right, other leg. So we're gonna peel this off of that left foot. Okay, roll it onto the right. So the tubing attachment is on the top part of my foot. Now roll over. Maybe double up the tube underneath that right hand, knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Extend that right leg out, toe to the ground, press the heel up to your ceiling and slowly lower. Don't lose the low spine so we're not hyperextending the low back when we lift the heel up. Perfect. My elbows are slightly bent too. I don't have them locked out. I find I can keep my spine alignment better that way, so play around with it on your end. That right leg is straight though. Woo. Woo. This is one of my favorite drills with the booty band, or with this resistance band for the booty. Okay, now let's take it up and over that left foot. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh Lord, last 10. 9, 8, 7. Come on, 6. We got this. 5. One more, over and back, and we're done. The first set. All right, second set. Only 2 sets, only 2 sets. So we unpeel that off of that foot. Left foot, okay, and again, where the rubber band attachment comes out of that handle, it's on the top part of my foot. Wrap the tube around that left hand. Here we go, knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Flex that left foot, press it out, toe to ground, and now heel up to your ceiling. So we've got hamstring, glute, outer hip working. Core's involved too, no doubt about it. All right. That's why I love working with the tubing, dumbbells, body weight, TRX. We get the core working in a functional pattern, supporting, stabilizing our spine. All right, ready? Up and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, burning already, 7, 8, 9, 10, last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! And grab a sip of water in celebration. We did that. All right, we're moving on. Going to reset my timer. Moving into what's called a wood chop. We're using the tubing. Now, if you don't have the tube, you can use a dumbbell, and let me show you first, okay? So, if you don't own a tube, this is what you're going to do. Slight bend of the knee, and you're going to pretend to throw this dumbbell over the shoulder. There's no twisting in the spine, there's no flexion of the spine, a little bit of extension, but that's it. Deal? Deal. And then we get into a lunge pattern after that. If you don't do lunges, I want you to head down. Most of you know this, so you've been with me for a while. Any lunges, you'll go into a single leg bridge, okay? Those of you with the tube, let's get the tube set up. So, we want to stand on it. Make sure you're standing on it stable. Hold on to the handle. Let's have it outside of that left thigh. Bend the knees a bit so you're in a bit of a squat, just like I cued the dumbbell people. Now the dumbbell people will start up here. We will start down here and rotate and pull that tubing across, twisting through the spine. Again, not allowing flexion. Okay, especially flexion with rotation. Ooh, not good for the spine. So we use it through the hips, through the glutes, and then through the torso as we come over. It'll make sense as we go. We've got a couple of sets each side, so we can really perfect the movement. So let's get ourselves set up, whether you have dumbbell or tube. Ready? Bend the knees, stay facing me. Now pull this tube up over the shoulder and slowly back to where we began. Arms are fairly straight, perfect. So this is a core movement. We're also working shoulders, no doubt about that. But more important, this is rotation. We're working rotation. So if you're a golfer, tennis player, pickleball player, this is a great movement for you. Pickleball is huge where I live. Now when the timer goes, we have a lunge pattern, okay, with the dumbbell. All right, so whatever hand is holding onto this tube, I want you to hold on to the dumbbell with that hand. Now step back with that leg for a lunge. Other hand behind the ear and drop down. See if you can get your back knee to the ground and lunge. If you don't lunge, you're doing that single leg bridge that I showed you before we began the set. Now when we lunge, we want this back shoulder and hip aligned. Straighten the legs as you come up. Beautiful. Front knee lines up with the ankle. Maybe it'll go past a bit, but it won't go shooting past the toe box. So let's do the same side again, okay, when the timer goes. Back to that wood chop. Time. All right, so same side, team. Put that dumbbell just in front of you so we don't have to bend too much for it. Grab the tube. Whoops. All right. The less tube you have too hanging on this side, the harder the movement. Arms stay straight, keep squared to me, bend the knees over and back down. Now I also find if I'm anchoring the tube more in the closer to the front of my foot on this side, I don't hit my leg as much. So play around with it. Just make sure you don't twist. As you come down, you stay squared to me and you're keeping those arms fairly straight. Time. All right, so whatever hand I'm holding the tube on here, that one's gonna pick up the dumbbell. That leg's gonna step back from my lunge pattern. Other hand behind the ear, line myself up, and drop down and drive up. Last set on this side will flow into the other side right away once the timer goes here. So if you're doing a bridge, you're still on that same single leg. Just pay attention to what leg is on the ground, because when we flow to the other side, you obviously want to change legs too. Time. All right, here we go. Other side. So now it's your right. Ooh. Slight bend of the knee, straighten, whoop. And that's where you may find, just like I did, oh wow, don't have enough tubing. Give me some more tubing. Time. So whatever hand is holding my tube handle on this side, that one will hold on to the dumbbell. That leg will go behind. Get that spine aligned. Drop down. If you're able to, the goal is to get that back knee to kiss your ground. Or maybe you've got bridges, okay? Again, any workout that I teach, I'm always going to cue you bridges and alternative to lunge patterns. Lunges can be tough on the knees, right? And we got to pay attention to what the hell our body's telling us, and we'll just work around it. We're not going to quit. We're not going to dumb it down to some stupid chair aerobics. We're just going to give you movement that will still challenge you, but not injure you. Time. All right, last set. Not that I have anything against chair aerobics, but I don't think any of us are there yet. With that said, though, I did release one last week. Here we go. I did. It's a chair Tabata. So if you break your foot or sprain your ankle, or you coming out of a knee injury or knee surgery, we sit in a chair for 24 minutes and work out. It was actually fun to teach. But again, it's not something we'll do on a regular basis. Time. All right, so whatever hand had that tube, that hand holds the dumbbell. Step back. Ready, set. Last lunge pattern, then we grab some water. Whew, just about lost my balance there. And you know why? Because I was thinking about something other than what I was doing right now. See? That's what I love about exercise. You have to stay in the moment. And I wasn't. And I almost fell over. Ooh, my quads are burning. Time. Holy moly. All right, grab a sip of water. Now, we have a little tricep finisher before I'm going to let you go. Okay, that's only if you have to go, because don't forget, we have that amazing ab routine that I decided to make harder coming up too. So, tricep finisher, we are going to use the tube and the dumbbell. Now, if you don't have tube, it's going to be harder for me to figure out for you. But here's what you will do. Okay? You will do a kickback, okay, for the first one that we do, and then a straight arm press back for the second one we do, and then you'll join us, okay? Everybody else, we anchor the arms, or anchor the tubing in front of us. All right, I'm only going to use my left arm, so that's your right. I'm anchoring here. I'm going to straighten this other arm out, and from here, I'm going to press the hand away from me. Got it? Yeah? Beautiful. Then, that same arm I was working, we're going to hold on to the handle, walk the other hand up, and do these. Okay? Then we'll do the other arm. All right, dumbbell people, you'll do the other arm, and then the last two tricep moves, we grab that dumbbell. So let's get set up. This is for reps of 15, one round. We're just finishing the triceps. So I want you to straighten one arm, anchor it out. Palm is facing you, or it can be facing down, whatever you want. Ready? Abs engaged, and let's kick out. 1, good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, don't let that arm just fling back to 8, control it, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, now hold on. That hand we were just working, I want you to hold on to the handle. Start with straight arm up. Walk your hand behind you, so you're like so. Okay, now bend the hand and maybe walk the hand up a little higher and extend out. 1, 2, 3. Holy moly burn. 4, 5, 6, feel that in the triceps? Am I the only one? 7, I hope you feel it. 8, 9, it's always better when there's a group of people in pain and miserable. 10 than just one. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holy, yes. Tricep finisher. Here we go. Wrap it around the other hand, straighten the other arm, palm can face down, or you, whatever feels best, and kick out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, abs engaged, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have a feeling this one's gonna leave a mark tomorrow. Actually, it will. This is my second time doing it. It will. Last 2, and 1. Whew. All right, so hold on that 2 behind. All right, grab on. Ready, and press up. 1, 2, yes, my triceps were very sore the next day. 3, which is cool, right? We like sore triceps. 4, 5, 6, right? Don't we? 7, wink, wink. 8, 9, now it's burning. 10, 11, 12, come on you guys, let's do it. 13, 14, 15, whoo! Okay, I'm not done with you yet. Everybody has a dumbbell now. Abs engage, straighten the arms right up, and now both arms go behind, and 1, 15, 2, so we go right behind, 3, 4, try a staggered stance, 5, might help feel better on your back, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Final tricep move, skull crusher. Let's take it down onto the ground. Knees are bent, feet on the ground. Extend the arms straight up, bring the post towards the top of the head, and then straighten. 1. This is it, I promise. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, and yep, I absolutely promise that one's gonna leave a mark tomorrow. All right, you, grab a sip of water. Now, hey, if you have to take off on me, I want you to do a few stretches, all right, and then continue on with your day. However, if you can hang with me, we have a cool ab circuit coming up. It is 6 exercises, 1 time through. We are using the small Pilates ball for the entire workout. I will show you. Excuse me, easy for me to say. I will show you how to do it without as well. All right. Pilates ball, we want it just underneath the shoulder blade tips, so kind of where the bra strap is, a little lower. If you don't have a Pilates ball, you are simply doing this, okay? It's a crunch. If you've got the Pilates ball, let's go. Here we go. Now, if you have the Pilates ball, we've got it around where the bra strap is. Interlace the hands. We're allowing the upper body to go over the ball, but not letting the head move. Okay, so the movement's coming through your T-spine, your thoracic spine. And then exhale and crunch up. Ready, set, go. Exhale. So allow the head to be resting in the hands. The hands are kind of acting as a hammock. There's nothing in the neck. If you have a tight upper back, or what we call a T-spine, roll the ball up a bit more, and that might feel a little better for you. However, if you do have a tight T-spine, I've got a ton of different mobility workouts on the channel, so check it out. And if you're part of my Patreon group, then you need to revisit that 21-day mobility and flexibility series I did for you. All right, now we're doing just a little crunch, so if you don't have the ball, you're not letting the head go all the way down to the ground, okay? So let yourself just go over the ball just a bit, and then exhale, lift up, and bring that left knee in and lower. Perfect. Do that left leg again. Excellent. So if you don't have the ball, you just don't let yourself fall all the way to the ground. So there's constant tension in the abs for the full 40 seconds. And then we'll just take a quick 10-second breather and do the right leg. You know what's really bugging me right now are my freaking triceps. Holy crap. Woo, feel those abs though. Time. All right, so you can just hang here if you'd like. So we've got that right knee coming in. Interlace the hands, lift up, so we're not allowing yourself to go all the way back down to the ground. Constant tension in the abs as we pick up that right knee, drive it in as we lift up. Exhale as you come up. Oh, the ball definitely gives you a whole new ab burn though. Oh, wow. Time. Seated upright. Ball is resting in the small of your back. In fact, you're almost sitting on some of it. If you don't have a ball, don't worry about it. Just follow suit. Sit nice and tall in the spine. Lean back about 30 degrees. Good. Hands are in a prayer position as if to say, please God, make this end quick. And now, twist. Left elbow to ground, back to center. Good. And you're going to sort of crunch backwards and then back up. So it's a back, lean back, twist, and then come up to seated upright, back, lean back, twist. Perfect. While we pray for this to be over soon. Ugh. Time. All right, we're going into a plank. On the forearms, take the small ball in between the knees. If you don't have a ball, don't worry about it. Now from this position, you can either be on the knees for modified plank, squeezing the ball in between the knees, or tuck the toes under, lift yourself up, squeeze the ball, and hold. What else are you gonna do? Nothing. You're gonna hold this beautiful plank, make it look as good as you can, while you squeeze that ball, if you have it, because I just thought, why not work the inner thighs some more? I think you too would love that. And so I did. Woo. Drop your hips. I just noticed mine were inching up. We have a side crunch coming up. Time. All right. Ball is just at the very top of the hip, knees are bent, other bottom arms extended, drape yourself over the ball and side crunch, rib to hip. If you don't have the ball, you just get rid of it and do the motion like so. Whew. But if you have the ball, it just adds a bit more. Again, if you find that you don't have the tools and you're looking at what I'm doing thinking, that looks kind of fun, I'll put the link to the Amazon pages down below. Okay, so we just have one more ab exercise, the other side to do, and then we are done. Rib to hip. Time. Yeah, that one looks super wimpy, but it's very effective. You think, no, PJ, this is nothing. It is something. It is. Knees are bent, bottom arm extends, drape yourself over your ball, and then you want to lift up and think rib to hip. Okay, right there, right now, starting to burn. How about you? Yeah. Time. Oh my goodness. All right. Don't leave me yet. Let's do some stretches on some of those areas we worked, and then you can continue on with your day. Let's start with a really nice stretch using the ball for your T-spine. So getting set up into that exercise that we did with the ab crunch. And if you don't have the ball, you'll just do the exercise and just lie on your back with your hands behind your head. The rest of us are going to let our upper body drape over the ball and just feel that T-spine almost unlock as we breathe into the mid-back. This is also a nice ab stretch. So it was super awesome that you hung in there till the end. Thank you so much. Before you go, if you haven't, and if you enjoyed the workout, hey, subscribe. We have a ton of fun here. And then I'd also love a thumbs up. Believe it or not, YouTube uses all that in their big algorithm machine. All right, come on up. Let's get into a kneeling position. Big toes together, knees are open. Drop your hips back, your head to the ground. Walk the hands forward. Stretch into the sides of the back now, into the low back. Come on up, hands are ahead of the shoulders, tuck the toes under, press yourself up into downward dog. Ears are in between the biceps, feet are in a straight line. Press the hips back. Try to straighten your legs, pressing the backs of the knees away from the head. Feel that length through the back of the body. Lower down onto the knees, right leg out, ankle head of the knee somewhat. Lunge forward, tuck your left tailbone under, so the left glute under, squeeze that left glute, left arm straight up, exhale, lean away, stretching into the hip flexor, into the psoas group. So yeah, a few things before you go. If you're new to the channel, I would love you to keep working with you. Subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and that way YouTube can let you know every time I upload a new workout. And if you've been to a few of the workouts, we would love for your support on Patreon. I've got the information down below, but it's purely due to the amazing people on Patreon that we can keep the Fitness with PJ YouTube channel going. So for as little as $3 a month, you can help us keep this channel going. Now straighten that front leg, chest over thigh, breathe. Excellent. All right, other side. Here we go. So that knee, back, knee, and hip are fairly aligned. So I'm not extended out, all right? It's a fallacy that you have to extend out this way to get into that hip flexor. We actually get a more effective stretch if we think about tucking the tailbone under, squeezing that right glute, all right? So we're squeezing the opposing muscle to get a deeper release in the front of the hip. Inhale, right arm straight up. Exhale, lean away. Release, straighten that front leg, chest over thigh, get that stretch into the hamstring. Think about a neutral spine as best you can in this position. And then press yourself up. We did it! Hey, hey, hey! High five to you. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget, subscribe, check us out on Patreon, and drop that comment because I would love to know what you thought of the workout. Mwah! Have a great rest of your day. All right, we're done.